How are you, Mr. Edgar?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am wonderfully blessed, sir, and so are you for creating The World's End.
Thank you.
It's fantastic. I love it.
Thank you.
It's finding humor in really dramatic situations. And I
Yeah.
think this is like really your of all the trilogy, the three films, it has more dramatic weight to it, I think.
Yeah, I think sort of it goes into sort of like, some quite emotional territory and stuff. I think it's something where, the thing is that I think like, part of that is because it's a story you wanted to tell, but I think it's an accurate reflection of a drunken night. Because what happens when you get drunk?
I can identify.
It starts quiet, then it gets silly, then people get boisterous, maybe there's a fight, then it gets maudlin, then angry recriminations come out, then like, I love you, man, and then blackout.
Very good.
That's true, right?
Yeah, you told my life story.
Yeah, but it's that moment like, sort of when you get to like, when it gets like close to midnight, it's like suddenly like sort of people saying, you know, like everything comes out. It gets emotional.
Now, tell us the genesis of the film. How did it all begin?
Well, I had done a pub crawl when I was a teenager, and which I never finished. Much like the opening of the movie, that I did a pub crawl which I didn't complete, and I even wrote a script about it when I was 21. But I didn't like do anything with it. And then much later, after having done Hot Fuzz, which was shot in my hometown. So shot in my real hometown. Then the two things come, and that's why I was thinking, I wonder if there's something about returning to your hometown and like that homecoming being a bittersweet experience. Because like if you've been to the city and you come back, it's not so much that you never left, it's almost like you were never there. And it's that sort of like that crushing disappointment of thinking, oh, I have had zero impact on my town. They don't remember me. Like sort of, you know, like none of the bartenders remember me. The school bully doesn't even remember me. So it's like, so all of these kind of like mix of emotions came to sort of like this idea of like, about these friends trying to sort of recapture a night from their teenage years and how that is like a disaster waiting to happen.
And the film is very smart in finding or analyzing sociological situations using science fiction.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, like sort of all the classic science fiction that we grew up with as kids, it'd always be like fears like manifest themselves in like aliens or like monsters. In this, it's almost like the aliens represent that kind of fear of growing up. For Simon's character, it's like the loss of identity, you know, the town losing its identity, that fear of like, for him at least, like the fear of becoming part of the system. So, you know, like, you know, he actually says to his friends earlier on where like they're kind of like sort of telling him some hard truths, he sort of like lashes out at them and says, well, you're jealous because I'm free and you're all slaves. And, you know, and then you find out that the robot actually means slave. So it's kind of like sort of, he's, you know, you're drawing these sharp lines of like, are you with the humans or are you with the robots?
Right,
it just so happens that the humans are drunk.
It is very, I know, it's very Stafford Wives.
Oh, I love the Stepford Wives.
Right? Did you inspire your crew by showing the film?
Not that one actually, but you know, I showed a clip of the Stepford Wives. You know, one of the things that I did actually, some of the performers like playing the baddies were very young and hadn't seen a lot of like classic films, and I made a little reel for them that I was like the robot reel, and I showed them clips of like, what I thought were great robot performances, and it was like Yul Brynner in Westworld, the Stepford Wives, Terminator, and so I showed them clips of just what I thought were great like robot performances.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see what you're gonna come up with for Ant-Man.
Oh, cool.
It's probably something like this too. So using sociological situations for science fiction.
Yeah, totally.
Good job.
Thank you very much. Much
Thank you,
appreciated,
man.
man. Thank you.
Congratulations again.
Thank you very much.